fast as lightning, sharp as a sword. Greetings, YouTube. I'm Lightning Sword, and we've got another review coming. Actually, this time it's kind of a review of a review. It's Reviewception! This new episode is called Saddle Row and Wreck. Or is it the Saddle Row Review? I'm not sure. But yes, regarding this episode, I really enjoyed it. It's about on the same level as The Gift of Maud Pie for quality, and I only had a few gripes, if any at all. Probably because we're missing a certain unicorn mare whose name will not be mentioned in this video. I don't care how good the Hearthwarming episode was, I'm not watching it. So, who wrote this episode? Nick Confalone. His writing credits include... Celestia, help me! The episode starts already with trouble. In a quick, junky shot of exposition, the girls rush to Rarity's, dreading her reaction to a review of her new Manhattan store, which was teased in The Gift of Maud Pie. Yummy, tasty continuity. They expect her to be distraught, naturally, over some terrible events that happened that nearly ruined the grand opening.
I think you're all overreacting. Rarity's our friend. If any pony is gonna understand, it'll be her.
I think you're missing a few cliché phrases of foreboding, like, you wouldn't dare, it can't get any worse, what are you gonna do about it, and it could be raining. Here it comes.
I was wondering when all of you were going to show up. Now we can all read the review together!
Damn it, she ruined the formula. Actually, because of the way this episode is presented, this is actually the end. So, why don't we go ahead and start at the end of the...
No spoilers!
Alright, shit! But the episode really does show things out of sequence. The rest is all told through a flashback. What they do from there is actually kinda cool. The scene flashes back to the interview Rarity and the girls gave to the reporter, J. Jonah Jameson Pony. Each of the girls gives their take on the events leading up to the opening, in a sort of mockumentary fashion. I find this very clever and unique, and I'm surprised the writers hadn't used this narrative style until now. And naturally, in every shot of the interviews at the diner, we get a reference of some kind in the background. A Pulp Fiction reference, a return of the guys from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And I don't know what this is, but I'm sure it's a reference of some kind. They explain how the setup for the big night started well enough.
If it's supposed to be the most fashionable block of shops, where's Stinky Bottom's Discount Hat Emporium?
This is why you are not the fashionable one. But problems start piling up right away. The place is a wreck, the landlord is an obnoxious Russian blowhard, and his daughter is something I can't describe without offending a whole lot of people. And to make matters worse, the place has some unfortunate tenants.
What are they doing here?
Smokey made too much noise eating garbage, so Softpad's mother made them move out of the trash can.
The cute! I can't stand it!
Then Smokey Jr. found a nice home in the crawl space behind the building, but Mr. Stripes demolished it, so they were temporarily camped out in the back until they found a new place to live.
I'm dead. So, we're back. My professionalism shall not waver from here on out, no matter how malevolently adorable Fluttershy is. The frustrations mount as the club scene upstairs makes a ruckus, the landlord's daughter continues to weaken the gene pool, Rarity's merchandise shows up in a disorganized clusterbuck, and Coco Pomel's cameo is ruined by a nasty cold.
Somehow, Andrew managed glowing teeth and car horns and disorganized clothes and dance music. Am I forgetting anything?
Oh yeah, the infestation.
What am I going to do?
You know, I know this is a dramatic scene and all, but I still can't help but laugh at Rarity's breakdowns. Even when she's panicking, she's hilarious. So Rarity needs some extra hooves working on the store.
I know what needs to be done. I just need more of me. Oh, how I wish I could make copies of myself.
No! I think we learned from that little mistake not to trust cloning magic of any kind. Whoa! Okay, gotta admit, didn't see that one coming. So the girls take the jobs helping Rarity. Fluttershy has a powwow with the Cooper clan. AJ tries to talk down the tactless Wonder. Pinky goes to shut up the noisy neighbors. Twilight uses her OCD attack on Rarity's Rarities. And Dash goes to recruit some fashionable job seekers.
What would I do without you? What would she do without us? Let me think.
Skip it! And every one of the 6, save Rarity, is taking her desires into account and failing miserably. Pinky has hallucinations of tiny rarities, which is better than saying it's the old tired angel and demon gag, and slows things to a crawl upstairs. Rainbow Dash proves her incompetence in the field of everything, in clothes. Field of clothes. And nothing else. AJ fights her greatest challenge yet, talking sense into the senseless.
You can keep up with me here.
I don't think even you can keep up with you.
2 words for you. Spoon clothes. All our clothes will be made of spoons!
Spoon!
Twilight actually does well in organizing stuff. Never mind. And Fluttershy serves the raccoons an eviction notice.
I'd like you all to stay here forever, but what would Rarity want? You have to move out!
I'm dead again. My apologies. Needless to say, things are in the crapper. So they find out that doing things Rarity's way is not a good idea, and they should instead do things their own way. And now one of the few gripes I have with this episode, if you can call it a gripe, its message clashes with that of Castle Sweet Castle just a bit. In that episode, the girls all decorate Twilight's palace with stuff that they like, and not the way Twilight would want. Here, they're doing things Rarity's way, and not their own. Wait, at the end of Castle, they did end up putting some small touches of their own around the palace. So I guess it doesn't clash that much. Disregard. So the girls go back and fix their foul-ups.
I don't get fabric, but I do get speed.
Can I have some? Who's your dealer? I got it! It's plaid stripes. I mean, look at her eyes in this scene. She knows where the stash is. In fact, that explains everything about her. So Rarity sets the record for longest time taken to set up a window display, and emerges to find things in perfect working order, complete with new, elaborate, and completely dry paint job, and working lights with working electricity, and display shelves, and mannequins that weren't there before, and I'm being nitpicky again, aren't I?
The whole place organized by style, cross-referenced by size, and reverse-indexed by fabric. She'll be able to find anything in 3 seconds flat. It was some of my best work.
I'm so glad Twilight's back to her old adorkable self. A far cry better than the incompetent teacher bit we got in No Second Prances. I guess Confalone isn't so bad at writing Twilight after all. So, all the earlier grievances in opening the boutique work in perfect harmony with it, and the place is a hit.
Off to a rocky start, but somehow this ragtag group of ne'er-do-wells. Oh, heavens, I think he means you.
Huh? Oh god. Oh god, no! The flashbacks!
Came together and created the perfect boutique, a vision of Rarity. This reporter, for one, is a believer.
A true believer? Okay, enough of my silly one-liners. That was Saddle Row Review. Or Saddle Row and Wreck. Either way, it was really good. It syncs up well with other events in the season, the narrative style is clever and humorous, and each of the main 6 is shown in a strong light without being out of place, worthless, or obnoxious. Yes, even Rainbow Dash. The situational humor is zany and on point, and it's complemented well by the referential humor and cameos without coming off as too pandering. Although there are some awkward parts where the ponies tend to recount the scene that just played out, instead of just recollecting it. My only other gripe about this episode is as follows. It starts with the gang worried that the reporter would highlight everything that went wrong with the opening, which implies that they were worried the boutique would get a bad review, which implies they didn't trust the reporter not to trash it in the article. They put less trust in a total stranger without a grudge than they do in this. All things considered, this was an excellent episode, and it found itself fairly high on my list of favorites simply by virtue of the narrative style alone. I enjoyed it, and it more than makes up for Newbie Dash. Yeah, let's not get carried away, Nick. Anyway, I'll be out getting pictures of Spider-Man. If you like the review, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole schmeal, and I'll be back with a new video soon. Until then, this is Lightning Sword. Stay quick, stay sharp, and thanks for watching. Wait! Pink fur? Blue eyes? Love of parties? That dancer is the Pinky clone! Headcanon confirmed!